Hello and welcome, my cartwheeling praying mantises. How you doing in this wonderful day here? It's Super John Bumbo here, and I have got a somewhat weird video for you guys. We're going to change it up today. I am going to be playing a random co-op game with 3 other random people. We're going to be playing together, guys, just having some fun. Just playing on medium, nothing fancy up in here. I might play a couple games for you guys to sort of jump in here. But today's video is going to be focusing on something just a little bit different than usual. I mean, normally I've been like a Bloons Tower Defense 6, like hardcore player lately, doing some weird, crazy stuff, and I wanted to take a chill approach today. I want to talk a little bit about 2 things in particular. One, I want to talk about coronavirus, just so people understand things and maybe have a better understanding going into the future about how dangerous it is and whether you're, likely to be hurt from it or die from it or have somebody else be affected by it. There's a lot of moving parts with this thing, and I kind of want to just give you guys a quick sense of what's going on. I'm somewhat knowledgeable here about this, and then later on we're going to talk about just a quick story as well, if we can get that going for you guys. But as you can tell, it's a pretty chill game going on. I mean, I'm working with 4 other people. We're playing a pretty easy map. We're just playing on medium, I think. We'll have to see how it goes over here. Right now, Pat has 0 pops, and I've got 11 pops. I'm really not doing much at this point. But anyways, coronavirus, all right? This is sort of scary. It's becoming a big thing. I was telling you guys about this a couple weeks ago on whether or not this is going to become a big deal. And I even asked a poll, I made a poll, and I asked you guys, like, are you worried about coronavirus? Do you think it's going to be a big deal? And it was kind of crazy. Basically, like 75 to 80% of you guys said, no, it's not a big deal at all. I'm not worried about it whatsoever. And I'm here to tell you guys that you should be at least a little bit worried about it. Alright, you don't need to be like, end of the world, apocalypse now, everybody buy all the toilet paper in the world. But at the same time, you should probably be at the very least aware of what's going on so you can understand what is going on here. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my audio here. It's like a little bit too loud, so I'm peaking a little bit. I'm trying to fix that for you guys. I'm going to go for just a very simplistic strategy here. I'm actually going to, ooh, you know what? This is the strat, boys. Here it is. Heli pilot. Let's take all their money. Take all their money. We're just going to lock it in place right here. Oh, that's terrible. Lock it in place. Look at that lag. Lock it in place in the front. Steal the money now. Feel a little bit evil. Do we have lead popping power? Yeah. Oh, look at that. He told us. We got Pat, though. We got Pat. No worries. We got Pat. Thank you for telling us, though. I mean, like, realistically, these people are actually pretty legit, man. I mean, I don't really use the chat all that much, but this is kind of important. I'm going to be going for bigger jets than IFR, so I got the camera detection. Don't worry. And then I'm going to go for this guy to kind of just upgrade a pretty reasonable amount here to kind of keep this stuff going. So, a couple things to keep in mind with the coronavirus. First and foremost, what is it? Alright, I think this is important to understand. What is the coronavirus? Now, I wouldn't be upset if you called it the coronavirus, but there's actually a family of coronaviruses, and most of them are commonplace human viruses. They do infect humans a lot, and usually what they cause is something like a cold. A lot of people don't realize that the cold, or the cold that we get, is actually a wide variety. It's caused by a wide variety of different viruses. And the reaction of the cold is actually mostly our body reacting to the virus, trying to get rid of it. The virus actually doesn't cause all that much damage to our bodies. It's like almost no big deal to our bodies. But our bodies is like, we gotta get rid of this thing. So we make snot, we increase our temperature, we get these like cold symptoms of just like, this is how we deal with the virus, alright? It's like our immune response to all of that. So there's actually a lot of coronaviruses that have infected humans before. In fact, 6 other coronaviruses commonly infect humans. This is the 7th coronavirus. This is a novel one or a new one. We've never seen this before in a human population, and that's why it's spreading so rapidly. We literally have no other regular extra immune response to it, and that's why almost everybody is probably going to, somewhat like get it, or if you do like come in contact with it, you don't really have a way to deal with it. You've got your normal immune response, but like to actually function and create a reasonable way to take these guys down, it's going to take your body some work. So that's why it's somewhat dangerous for people who are immunocompromised or something like that, because our immune system, if it's working properly, will get rid of the virus. But For everybody else, you might have to worry a little bit, you know? So here we go. We're going to go Pursuit. We're going to let this guy kind of do his job here. I think I'm going to go for an Alchemist here as well. It's looking pretty good. I mean, we're really not worried about this this game actually winning so far. Maybe we'll play another one here. Maybe we can go into one of those advanced ones, because I think I played medium length. And look at these Buccaneers, man. I don't know what they're doing, but they got crazy amount of Buccaneers and subs. They just absorbed the water, basically. I wish you could see your pop count. Total pop count, like somewhere, like just look at people and just see what they've got. Like, oh, this is this guy's pop count. You know, how much has he done so far? Not much. He sucks. We've been doing everything amazingly, but of course it is a co-op game. We're working together here, guys. Anyways, so yes, it's a new virus, and that's why it's somewhat scary, and that's why people don't really know what's going to happen. Like the last real pandemic was probably HIV or AIDS, and then, you know, obviously there's a lot of other viruses that were somewhat common in the, you know, population that were still somewhat of pandemics, like, you know, smallpox and stuff like that. They were still somewhat common, even though they were, I don't really know if they were considered to be a pandemic, but they were very widespread. Obviously the flus are as well fairly widespread, but they can still have pandemic aspects to them when there's a new form of the flu, or one that just people aren't dealing with very well, or one that's just really, really deadly. So, like, the last, like, real big pandemics were, like, in 1918, guys. The big Spanish flu pandemic in 1918, and that one was obviously very, very deadly. But even then, it had a similar death rate to what's happening right now. It just was so infectious. And you know, obviously they didn't have good soaps, or even, like, wash their hands, or have, you know, even, like, toilets and stuff like that. So, like, back then, you didn't really have a good way to, like, clean yourself and get rid of things, and now we do. So, it's hard to compare the two, the flu and the coronavirus, but this is a pretty dangerous virus. Just from it existing. Now, the good news here is that it doesn't infect kids very well, so people less than 19 years old are unlikely to get it at all. Like, not even just have mild symptoms, but, like, unlikely to get it at all. And it probably has something to do with the fact that as you get older, the way your cells kind of respond to things can change. The way your immune system is going to respond to things can change, and it's just unlikely to actually infect you. Of course, with genetic variants and everything, you don't know what's going to happen, but seems like at the moment it's unlikely to infect generally young people. People like under 18, you're probably not going to get it. Good for you, man. Awesome. Then anything above that, you know, like 20 to 50 to 60, it's still, like, can be dangerous, but it's unlikely to be dangerous, that kind of thing. But then as you go up higher than that, man, 60 plus, 70 plus, 80 plus, that's where it just starts to get dangerous for a lot of people. It's not that every single person who gets it is going to die, but a lot of people that get it might need medical attention, and or they might need to start, or they might die, you know, like, and even if you do get medical attention, you still could maybe not die, but also have, like, long-going issues caused by this. And that's why it's kind of dangerous as well. It's because it's going to be very painful for a lot of older people. And I know there's not very many older people watching my videos right now, so you guys probably think it doesn't matter to me. But I'm sure that you have parents, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of you guys got grandparents. And that's where you got to start worrying. You might actually be a carrier for the virus, give it to your grandparents, and they could, like, die from this thing. And that's why it's so scary. Because it may not worry you, but it can affect people that you know, that you care about. And that's why you should, you know, go through the best practices of course, the best way to not get the disease. People say it all the time, don't touch your face, and wash your hands. Don't touching your face, it's almost impossible. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's almost impossible to not make that happen. Here we go. I'm not going to go into free play, but I'm going to play another co-op game for you. We're going to see if we can work together here. Let's go into a long game here. Let's see if we can do something here and actually... Oh, spillway. No, that looks dangerous. I'm afraid, man. I'm afraid. I've got Pat. I don't know. Would Pat? I don't think Pat's good in the middle here. You know what? I don't want to do that one. That's a terrible, terrible map. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, it just keeps bouncing me in here. I don't want to do that. Let's just go medium game. I want to play like a... this is not amazing, but I guess it's okay. It's on beginner, medium, standard. Oh, get out of here. All right, here we go. We're in. Military only. With 3 of us. All right, fun. I'm ready to go. All right, what are we going to do here? I think best case scenario would be for me to just hopefully wait it out and get a heli pilot. Hopefully somebody builds something, though. There we go. We got to... Oh, he didn't reach. He didn't reach. Bad place, Buccaneer. I'm going to wait it out. I'm still going to go for it. We're going to get enough money here in like 2 rounds. Even if we lose some lives, it will be beneficial for us in the long run to have 2 heli pellets on this map in particular. And this guy's got the Buccaneer here, so it's looking okay for us at the very best. So, anyways, as far as coronavirus is concerned, that's the main thing, is understanding the virus and kind of how it's going to work and why it's somewhat dangerous for us. As far as, is it going to kill you right now? No. I mean, it's unlikely to actually do any real damage to you right now because there's not that many people in the United States that actually have it yet. So here we go. I'm going to go for heli pellet in the corner here. We are going to lock this guy in place for now. I want to lock him somewhere else, though. We're going to lock him in place right here, right in the middle of the map, right in the middle. He was goofy as crap right there, but this is good enough for us. Plus, I get to what was that guy with the Buccaneer doing? Is he going to sell that thing for a heli pellet soon, or what? Or did he just quit? Maybe he just quit and left. I don't know. Doesn't look like a cake and ticey, man. You guys made it onto my video here. So, I don't know, man. It's one of those complicated things where you never know where it's going to lead. All right, a lot of people are obviously preparing for the worst, and what the worst is that 50 to 75% of the entire population of the entire world gets this disease, right? I'm not going to go all the way to 100%. I think that's almost impossible to have it happen, but that's what you have to worry about, is that so many people have it. Now, the crazy part about this, and the most dangerous part about all of this, is that if everybody just got it all at once, there would be no way that people could get enough medical attention to actually, stop the disease from killing a lot of people. So the whole goal right now, by washing your hands and doing this thing, is to slow the spread of the disease, not to stop it, to slow the spread of it. And hopefully by doing that, if you just kind of like imagine like a chart, instead of having this giant graph that just exponentially grows all the way to the top and then just dies off very quickly, we want it to sort of be like a slow hill instead of a giant mountain over the course of the next year or so. And that's going to allow the governments to do, or the hospitals to do, is to actually treat people. And the people that are very, very sick will actually get the medical attention that they need and hopefully cause less people to die. So that's kind of your guys' goal about all of this, is just to make sure that you make less people die by hopefully not getting the disease in the first place. But if you do get it, quarantine yourself, make sure you keep washing your hands, make sure you don't touch your face, and just kind of stay inside when you're sick. Don't go to school, don't go to work, all that nonstop, all that stuff, guys. Make it happen. All right, we're going to get quad darts in pursuit pretty soon, and once we get that happening, we're actually going to make some money here. Now, this is a military-only game, but we still can... You know what? I lied. Let's go Pat. I'm going to steal all the freaking money, guys. This guy's actually trying to control his heli pilot. Oh, my God, look. So it looks like they've got, like, 4 eyes there. Or 3 eyes. The 3-eyed heli. He just locked us in place right... Oh, look at that. 3 helis. Come on, come on. Bring them on over. Bring them on over. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, there he is. He locked it in place. I love it, man. You guys are so cool. Let me give him a thumbs up here. I love it. I love it. Thumbs up, baby. I'm player 3. I'm so not used to that. I'm always player 1. I was host. So this is goofy. So that's, I don't know, man. On top of just the coronavirus itself, though, this is going to have a lot of implications. They're already closing down schools. They're literally telling people not to come to work. My girlfriend works in a hospital, but she works with kids. She's not a nurse or a doctor. She's an occupational therapist, and what that means is that basically she helps people do their job better. Sometimes people's jobs is to make sure that they're allowed to walk or move their arm properly, but the job for kids is to make sure that they can do things that kids are supposed to do, like being able to play with things. And some kids are so sick or so hurt that they won't be able to do that, and that's why coronavirus is sort of a scary thing for these kids, because a lot of them are sick or injured or hurt or immunocompromised or something like that, and having any of them get the coronavirus would be very, very upsetting, very, very scary. So what they're already talking about is they're actually planning on shutting down, or possibly shutting down, the occupational therapy clinic part of the hospital, which means Amanda will literally be out of a job. And, you know, obviously that's scary. So, like, monetarily wise, I mean, that's scary for just me and her and our family. But, like, this is happening to a lot of people. All right? They're literally just going to shut down entire swaths of things. You know, they're already shutting down concerts and not allowing people to go to movie theaters and, like, all this stuff. It's just so freaking scary. So those are all things that are going to probably happen, not just, like, in the next week or two, but we're talking about over the next weeks, months, maybe even up until next year. All right. It's unlikely that it'll go on for more than, like, a year, but it is possible. You know, I think that, you know, the flu, what people don't realize is the flu is very genetically variant. It always changes, and that's why you can always have it be in the population. But the coronavirus, we don't really know what's going to happen to it. It's unlikely that it's going to just straight up mutate and become some sort of weird vicious form or something like that, but at the same time, it's still something we probably have to think about. Now, all of this can be almost completely fixed if they end up developing a vaccine or some crazy treatment comes out of nowhere. But viruses usually don't really have a treatment. Like, you can get some crazy expensive antiviral therapy and stuff like that. Like, doesn't work that well, but, like, could work a little bit. But generally, viruses, like, can't really be treated with medicine. As crazy as that is, I know we live in the world of medicine. Viruses really can't be treated with medicine. There's no way to, like, kill them while they're in your body. All you can do is help your body defend against them. I think it's kind of wild for people to think about. That's why they always say get rest, drink water. So all you want to do is make sure your body is able to defend against the viruses. In this case, defend against the coronavirus, which you have no natural immunity to whatsoever. And then the last thing I want to talk about is because everybody is worried about you know, people not being able to go to work and losing their jobs and, like, all this other stuff, we're also on the brink of a basic recession, if not a depression. We don't know what's going to happen, obviously. You never know with the stock market. But right now, you know, my cousin is an economist, and he was telling me that, like, we're on the brink, man. You never know what's going to happen. But we've been on the brink, and we've been on the brink for a couple of years, and, like, this is just the thing that's going to freaking cause it. So, obviously, that's scary. I'm going to go for a quick monkey ace here, by the way. I'm going to go for a weird monkey ace. I'm going to go for a bottom path and never miss targeting on centered path here. I think it's going to work pretty well for us. But we got to watch out for around 40 as well. I'm hoping that our helipel's going to be enough here. I think it will. And I think with Pat's extra angry attack here... Ooh, somebody's selling something. Let's get Pat angry. He's going to send it backwards. Oh, looking good. Oh, look at that. Nice, man. We got that ceramic send back as well. Perfect. So, with all of these scares going on with you know, recession, depression, and the coronavirus scares of people not being able to go to work and getting shut down, and possibly not being able to pay their bills because they're shut down, and or people not having the ability to go to hospitals because they're so expensive, especially in the United States, I should add. Literally, like, to get tested for the coronavirus costs like $3,000. Like, what? No, that's not fair. That's not cool. It shouldn't exist, you know? I'm a little worried about camo detection, but at this point, I'm pretty good on balloon popping power. I think we're going to be totally fine until round 60 here. Shoot, this is a good difficulty map, though. Like, we actually have to work together and actually understand the game at least a little bit here. As far as helipellet is concerned, I think I'm going to go for that camo detection pretty soon, just so for round 51 we should be good. But, for now, I think we're okay. So, I guess the last thing to say is, if you guys don't know, the stock market is basically free-falling. Worst since 2008. Possibly worst ever. You just don't know what's going to happen with that. I mean, that could literally lead to, you know, not just the stock market crashing, but you losing your job, your parents losing your job, whatever happening, and that is just straight up scary. All right? So with all of this happening all together, maybe you shouldn't listen to a random Bloons YouTuber. Maybe you shouldn't listen to me at all. But I want to throw my 2 cents out there and let you guys know that this is not just a non-issue. This is an issue, and it's only going to get worse over the next coming months. Likely only going to get worse for the next coming months. You never know what's going to happen, though, and I do hope that they maybe come out with some sort of vaccine against the coronavirus. Again, and it's not just the coronavirus. Like, there's more coronaviruses out there, but there's nothing wrong with calling it the coronavirus or COVID-19 if you really want to get fancy about it, right? Everybody's going to know what you're talking about when you say the coronavirus. It's not like, oh, no. If you ever hear anybody say, like, oh, no, you can't call it the coronavirus, you're an idiot. Like, Shut up. No, you're just trying to be like an I'm very smart kind of person, and it doesn't really freaking matter, all right? Let's be honest about this. In 25 years, they're probably going to call it the coronavirus, you know? In 100 years, they're going to say, remember the coronavirus pandemic of 2020? Heck yeah, man, not the COVID-19 pandemic. Nobody's going to call it that. Well, maybe. I don't know. I guess you don't know for sure, but it's the way I think about it. Anyways, let's go for a destroy. I can't do any water here. Let's go. Oh, man. Oh, God. What am I doing? All right, let's do this. Let's just chop these down. I feel like it may not be worth it, but I'm just going to do it anyways, just so I can get my... Oh, I want to build a submarine. All right, let's go for the monkey ace. Let's go top path here, just we got that extra Moab pop power. I feel like it's going to help us out a little bit. Plus, camo detection-wise, I think we're okay. My razor rotors... Well, let's get razor rotors first before I do that. Then I'm going to go for a top path here, just so I got that camo lead popping power as well. I think we've got it, but I'd rather be safe and not lose to camo lead so like a complete and utter idiot, you know? Plus, we can put this guy on, like, figure infinite or something like that. That's good enough for me. Looking good, though. I think we're going to beat this thing, no problem. So, I was going to tell you guys another story today, but I think that's all I'm really going to keep it at for now. Just know that the coronavirus is not a non-issue. It is an issue. It's probably going to get worse. It's probably going to be very scary for a lot of people. It's probably going to affect the entire world government. I mean, they're already shutting down your ability to go to different countries. Like, it's only going to get worse, man. Literally, other countries are going to stop letting people come in. It's going to be like a complete lockdown. Nobody's even allowed to fly to other places unless it's an absolute emergency or something like that. So, obviously, good luck to everybody. I hope that nothing bad actually happens. I hope that it just becomes a non-issue and gets fixed somehow magically. But at the moment, it doesn't look like it's going to go that way. So, just prepare yourself. Try and be wary of the fact that you may not even have symptoms of the coronavirus and carry it and or infect other people. And you should be at least somewhat cautious of that by washing your hands and or not going to public places, even if you don't necessarily feel all that sick, you know? One thing that worries me the most, though, is that I don't think it's going to be a one-week thing or a one-month thing. I think it's going to be happening over the next 3 months, 6 months, full-on year. And you can't just go on full-on lockdown for a year. It just doesn't work. So, like, I don't know what they're expecting people to do without a job, without the ability to leave their house. Like, yeah, you just want to slow it down a little bit, but you just never know what's going to happen here. Anyways, the victory is ours. We did great as a team here. I want to say, oh, we got boss skills, baby. We got boss skills here. Taisei, head detective, man. Cake got fired up here. Oh, I guess we're going to free play here for a second while I just finish up my talk. I guess we are. I don't know. Until we lose, we'll probably lose in round 63, though. I don't see us beating round 63 here. You know what? I guess screw it. We got freaking time. Let's. Nah, we'll wait. We'll wait. But I do hope the best for everybody. The people that I'm worried about the most is my grandma. My grandma's the sweetest thing. She's always the nicest person ever. She's always super duper helpful to me. I don't pay her back enough. I don't visit her enough. I don't call her enough. I know this. But now I'm like, should I even visit you? Like, I don't even know. Oh my God, we actually beat it. Holy crap! The first round at least. Second round, woo! Let's get Pat angry. And then third round, we got to catch up here. We got to get these leads popped right away so we can start attacking right away. I don't know, man. It's looking scary. Oh, there it is. We get defeated. So, if you guys have any questions, though, feel free to comment or something like that. I'll try and get back to you. And or maybe other people will respond to you. But that's what I have for you guys today. So if you did enjoy this different video, make sure you press that like button. And, of course, have a super duper delicious day.